These women will just run through a whole bunch of guys, and they'll get to like 30 and they'll be like, okay, the clock's ticking, I got to start counting out some kids now, so I'm going to find God and get right with everything and find a good guy. And no high value alpha male that, you know, she was interested in the past wants anything to do with her. So she finds some like fairly successful beta guy that she's not that attracted to. And I can't tell you how many conversations I've had now with both men and women telling me that they're in a sexless marriage.
I believe women can be whatever they want in this day and age. I think it all comes down to perspective and personal morals. I still like a woman that's modern and traditional. Traditional is not always correct. Traditional does not always mean it's the right thing to do. There's a lot of things that are traditional that are completely outlandish and not correct at all. You can go back through history, there's loads of things that are considered tradition but are completely wrong to that in today's day and age. So traditional does not mean correct. So I would like traditional values, but also I want a modern woman as well.
The term is testing, and these are typically the actions that women take to gauge how you respond to the situations they put you in. In the beginning, they will try to get a response from you by asking you questions. They know how to treat you based on that reaction. I'll refer to terms such as alpha male, beta male for easy categorization. Concerning the responses, however, the situation is significantly more complicated than that. But when you talk about tests, the test's main purpose is to get an emotional response from you and see how you respond to questions based on how well you did on the test. Sadly, this is something that all women do. It is ingrained in their nature. Regardless of whether the relationship is short-term or long-term, she knows how to treat you based on the tests. Let's now go over the fundamentals and classify how the testing works. Now, say you're just learning about the person at the beginning of the relationship. Questions or immediate responses to the situation are the fundamental levels of these tests. She's trying things out. For instance, if you ask a girl when you approach her, "Can I have your phone number?" among other things, she would typically respond, "I have a boyfriend," if she was not interested. The majority of women haven't considered anything else. They simply believe that will be the only thing they need to say. The man will typically pack up and leave. However, you might be able to pass that particular test if you respond in the unconventional manner of saying, "Oh, sorry for you, your friend's hotter anyway." You can get her attention back onto you where she doesn't expect it. Even though she may not be interested in you, you do have the final say in that situation. "Do I look overweight in this dress?" is another well-known one. Avoiding a situation where she is leading that type of conversation. Don't say, "Oh, you look fabulous." These are all minor, typical issues that are in your control when you are mgtow correct, because you've gone your way. You won't appear any heavier than the other women there. You should give her a condescending compliment. She now has no idea how to respond. She is aware now that you didn't fall for it. You won't be a beta male. You won't be a simp about that question, and you won't try to tell her what she wants to hear. At the end of the day, you can give her a sincere compliment and move on. She will also be aware at that point that you will either laugh at the situation or not take it seriously. She might even consider your opinion at that point, or she won't try to put you through that kind of test. Therefore, those are the testing game's fundamental levels. All of them are questions or prompt responses meant to gauge your response. Move on to the advanced level now. She will use these advanced games to either test her limits with you or to assert her dominance over you. These are now beyond the scope of questions. Majority of the time, she will begin asking you to do things for her to see if you will agree. Do not. She might ask you to go to the refrigerator and get a drink and bring it back to her if you're sitting on a couch. That alone is testing her limit. She is not testing your respectability. However, if you get up from the couch, go get her a beer, and bring it back, you will have transitioned from being dominant to submissive at that point, whether it be your wife, girlfriend, or anyone else. At that particular moment, you fail the test. She is dry as a result of your new position of submissiveness. If you are on the couch, you tell her to go in the kitchen and get her own beer. Are you sure you want her? You don't want her to lose interest. She, therefore, attempts to assert her dominance in these circumstances. Stay-at-home mom's actions are another example of this. You spend the day at work. She spends the day at home with the kids. She is putting in her best effort. Well, I'm not sure. We have no idea what she is doing with her specific time, but she has a schedule. Now, she might have left something behind at the grocery store, but here you are at work. She will text or call you at work and demand that you go get a gallon of milk and bring it home because she forgot it. Well, too bad. Whatever you were making for dinner, it won't need milk. All day, I've been at work. Getting milk at the store is the last thing I want to do. You've spent the day at home. Whatever you've been doing, you can get some shopping done. As a mother, it is your responsibility to better prioritize your time. You must be the house's domestic engineer. That is not my responsibility. Since you failed in your duties, you have asked me to take care of you because I am the provider. The test is here. The instant you make a single trip to the store, don't think you won't continue to visit the store. And in the future, she will continue to forget things and will realize that you are the backup in that situation. That is her work, folks. Ladies, that's your job. Do a better job at your job, and I'll do a better job at the mine. I am not required to perform both your and my duties simultaneously. She is attempting to assert her dominance over you. This is also the time when you'll see these husbands sitting on the sideline of the mall and holding the purses of women as they shop there. In addition, as a test, these men are slumped over and holding purses while these women spend the money they probably brought. First and foremost, why are you going to the mall with your wife, girlfriend, or whatever? I don't see any reason why I should go shopping with you, especially if I am aware that you will be shopping. That is something you do on your own time, in my opinion. That can be done at your own pace. Go try on clothes whenever you want to, and go get clothes whenever you want to. Go shopping for Johnny's clothes with him. Because that's what you're doing. Go pick him up. You are the stay-at-home mom for a reason. The domestic engineer is you. The mother is you. Go out and get him. Whenever I want to take Johnny shopping for clothes, we go to the mall to get shoes. We are not required to bring the entire family. I'm not even holding your purse while you're trying on dresses inside. Why you can't bring your purse with you is beyond me. You will require the wallet from that purse. It has sufficient space for you to remove a wallet from it. Now, why is it necessary for me to hold the entire purse? As a result, she is demonstrating her dominance over you. In addition, if you fail that test, you can now understand why your marriage was dull. You are aware of the reason for your boring marriage. She does not respect you. Even a feminist will lie down. She'll lay down on her back. She will therefore lay down for you if you are in charge. She won't if you're submissive. Atomic tests. Atomic tests, you will go through these tests to see if she is attempting to end the relationship or make you jealous. She wants to see if you'll stand up for her. The three things she tests are: she is attempting to either end the relationship, make you jealous, or test your willingness to fight for her. Women naturally have to put themselves in a position where they can either provide security for themselves or test your limits so that they can demonstrate their dominance over you, or so that you can continue to demonstrate your dominance over them or end the relationship. All of these things are going to take place. Because of these things, I avoid long-term relationships. Because of this, I don't get married because who wants to deal with that? Instead of dealing with that, I have better things to do. So, if any of these have ever happened to you, you know how it feels.